Hey, what's up, YouTube? I am Frogman Lauger. I know it's been a little while. Got another episode of my Frogman's Findings coming at you here. Probably my biggest episode to date. I got so much stuff I don't even know where to begin, really. Guess I'm going to start like I always do with an update of my collection here. Before everything I've got in this video, I was at 193 games in this. With in the neighborhood of, I want to say, 30 complete in box, somewhere right around there. And of course, the goal being the entire NES set with all of them complete in box if possible. Also working off to check off that list of the games I previously owned, and I believe I'm in the neighborhood of 130, 131 to go prior to what's in here. I know I checked a couple of them off with this list. So if anybody is curious about that, drop me a line in the comments and I will get you the exact number I have left after this video, and then I will also know more hopefully when I start my next video. I'll make a note somewhere, hopefully. Where to begin? I guess I'll start out with a big thank you to my girlfriend Rachel. She went ahead. She knew I'd been wanting to get them. I'd been hem-hawing around about it, and she'd made some extra money that we weren't planning on. So she got me some of these video game box protectors from vbbbbvvvvv.com. Of course, obviously not enough to complete my collection out, but it was a good start. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Rachel. She's been amazing, as a lot of us can all testify that our significant others are. She's put up with the long hours of me out hunting thrift stores and garage sales, and driving half an hour to make a trade just because. She's been amazing as far as trying to be very supportive and understanding, and I know I bore her to death some days with talking about all of this stuff. So thanks, Rachel, for that. Next, I guess I will go with, I'm going to change up my normal pattern here. Normally I do try to do things in chronological order, and I have got so much I really can't do that this time. So I'm going to try to do things by where I picked them up from. And I'm going to start with shopgoodwill.com. A friend of mine linked me a auction on Shop Goodwill, said it had a bunch of stuff I'd be interested in. Basically got it for starting bid. I think I might have got bid up once. I'm not sure. But it was it was some boxes and manuals. So I picked it up. Shipping was atrocious, but it's shopgoodwill.com. I expect atrocious shipping. So first up, I got the box for Mickey Mousecapade. It is a little damaged. I'm on the corner there. Otherwise, it seems to be in pretty good shape. I do have the game. This will be going into there later today. One thing I found interesting about the box is it says on the box itself, save up to $10 when you purchase Capcom video games. See inside for a mail-in refund offer. Thought that was interesting that it actually was on the box itself and not like on the plastic like you'd probably see today. So that is going into my collection. Next up, I have got the box, which appears to be in pretty good shape. It's a little crinkly, but they're almost 30 years old. What do you expect? and manual to Skate or Die. I have Skate or Die. This is going in my collection as well. So that's 2 more boxes down. Working my way toward completing even more games. Also in that same lot, there was a Nintendo poster. Has a bunch of different games on there. Surprisingly, most of these I do have, so I thought that was kind of cool. But I don't have to figure out which game this possibly fits in, add it to one of those. I'm guessing this one probably came with Skate or Die. It's a little promo for Ultra games. On the back, it's got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Defender of the Crown, Skate or Die, or Metal Gear. And it actually lists Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as coming soon. So this is kind of interesting. I'll have to look around, figure out where that would probably fit best, and add it to one of my Ultra games. Got a few other things in there too. I got another poster. I didn't even notice. A Nintendo Game Plan one. Interesting enough, has Rob on the poster. Still looking for that guy. So I do need a Rob to complete out my set at some point. So those are going to go into boxes of something. I have to figure out where they fit the best. But I got a couple other things as well. I got the manual to Arachnoid. And that's an interesting piece to price out. Arachnoid has that weird controller with it as well. So the complete in box price is a lot higher than the loose cart. Normally I take half the value of the difference to figure out box and manual. So I don't really know how to price this that well. But I don't have the game yet. It's going to go into my stack of stuff for later. I also picked up the manual to Duck Hunt in that lot. Surprisingly, do not have Duck Hunt standalone yet. I only have it as part of the Duck Hunt Mario Brothers cartridge. So that's going to go in my pile as well for later. But that wasn't all that was in that auction. If that would have been it, I would have been happy. A few other things in there that were just kind of an added bonus. These are going to be available if anybody is interested. I might do a recap of what's all available at the end yet. We'll see where we're at for time. I've got the manual for Tetris, the manual to ice hockey, and the manual to golf. Those are available for trade if anybody is interested in those. So that is everything I had picked up from shopgoodwill.com. Where to go next? I guess next I will do eBay. Was goofing around on eBay after I got the Shop Goodwill auction. And I had a little bit of money in my PayPal account. Threw a guy an offer, got this for not much more than it probably cost him to ship, and I got Jaws. I know I've had this one before. I do not have it in my collection as of yet, so this is getting added in there, putting me up to the $195 mark. So really excited by that. Basically only paid shipping. Can't complain there. Next off of eBay. Also goofing around, sort of. Was just looking for stuff, whatever was in the video game, NES stuff on there. And went by lowest price, and I found the manual to Gauntlet. I normally don't give out what I paid. I think I paid less than $2 with shipping included for that. Do not have the Tengen Gauntlet game yet, but I have the box that is going to go with it, and we'll get the cartridge to go with it here soon. Finally, from eBay, I picked up a pretty good sized lot. This reminded me of the way eBay used to be. I used to have really good luck on eBay, picking up stuff, doing lots for cheap. And I picked up a lot of 12 games. I needed half for my collection. And I paid less than the total value of the ones I needed. Everything else that is going to be up for trade is just an added bonus. So just going to start at the top of the pile, I guess. I picked up Wall Street Kid. Picked up Stealth ATF. If anybody knows how to get some of these sticker residues and stuff like that off of here really, really well, let me know. Picked up Jeopardy. Picked up Videomation. Looks like it's got barcodes all over it. I'm guessing it was a rental at some point. I do have the manual from having that game before. Golgo 13. Top Secret Episode. Have not played it. So, kind of excited. And then Jeopardy 25th Anniversary, or 25th Silver Anniversary Edition. This was a Blockbuster video rental. Got the sticker on the front. I'm guessing the part of the barcode there. This is actually, well, any one of these out of here is enough to put me over to right at 200 games. So really excited by that. Can't believe I knocked out 185 games into my collection yet, just since April. That's amazing. So thank you to everybody that's helped me get that far. But that was only half the auction. The rest of these will be up for trade. I've got Operation Wolf. The label is rather faded. And the back label has got some issues as well. Got a copy of Golf. That does pair with the manual I do have available for trade. Terminator 2. Looks like at one point it was priced out at $2.99. Knight Rider. Pinball. And Tetris. Yes, there is some damage to the cart. I have no idea how that happens. It was like that in the picture. So it is available for trade if somebody is interested. However, I will not be seeking full value due to the damage. But those 6 games are available for potential trade. I will only hold on to them for so long though before they end up on my pile of stuff to head to Gamers or a game store of some kind. So that's it for eBay, and that's really it for my NES stuff. And if that was the end of the video, that'd be pretty amazing. But I've still got a lot to go. Like I said, probably my biggest pickup weekend I've had in a long, long time. Was going to record just part of this last week. Said, oh, I'll wait, get a couple more things, and then a bunch just kind of fell in my lap. So I'm going to go with the Salvation Army thrift store next. I was over there, and I picked up a few things. I've got NCAA Football 2003 game and disc for Xbox. I think I picked up a copy of this a couple of weeks ago. I think it was in one of my other videos. If it is, the better of the two copies is going to be traded. Going to my friend Musty along with a few of these other Xbox titles I have. Next I've got Frogger Beyond. He wants this one as well. Madden 2003. That is also complete. This is also going to Musty Hobbit. So those will be traded. Look for the outcome of that in a future video. But I also picked up Major League Baseball 2K5. This one is available if anybody wants it. Kind of have a love-hate relationship with the 2K Sports series. Wish it was a little bit better, but also wish it was still on the Xbox. So, like I said, kind of a love-hate relationship. But while I was waiting to pay for those, I was looking at their CDs, and I found a PC game. Not a big PC game player, so I don't know if I'm going to end up keeping this or not, but it is The Hobbit. It is just game and case, no manual. I'm probably going to give it a shot, see what it's like. It is by Sierra Games. I've had pretty good luck liking a lot of the stuff they do. So that is going there. Next up, I'm going to do, I think, Goodwill, the Goodwill store itself. Trying to remember everything. I have gotten so much from Goodwill here locally. And I guess I'm just going to get into it. Started with a pickup. I have yet to test it out to see if it does work or not. But a PS1. So, seems like the case is having a little trouble staying closed, but I'll figure that out. It did come with a memory card, the power supply. I did have to go buy an AV cable. It was sold as is for a very reasonable price. Once I test it out, as long as it works, this will probably be up for trade. I haven't decided yet. It may end up going into my collection as a part of a, as a travel PS1 for me, because it is so small. I guess sticking with PlayStation 1. I know I picked up another game yet. I can't seem to find it right now, so that'll probably end up in my next video. But I picked up Sledstorm for PlayStation. It is the greatest hits version. It is available if anybody is interested. And Covert Ops, Nuclear Dawn. I do have both discs. This is also available if anybody is interested in those for trade. Next up, I picked up a PS2 game, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Never played it, don't currently have a PS2. I just know the Wolfenstein series is very popular. That's part of why I grabbed it. That is available as well if anybody is interested. Next up, I found Super Mario Brothers Wii. Was really surprised this was sitting there. That is also available. I don't currently have a Wii to test it out on or anything. I know I've beaten it. I've gotten all the stars, all the coins, all of that stuff. But I liked it. I kind of wish I had a Wii again to play it, to give it another run through. But that is available as of right now, unless I somehow come across a Wii. Lastly, well, I guess not even lastly, last of the disc-based stuff. I got Roller Coaster Tycoon for Xbox. This as well is going to Musty Hobbit. Like I said, look for the outcomes of that trade in a later video. I don't know what I'm getting back yet. But I'm not done. I've had such amazing luck with Goodwill. I got this Nintendo Wii carry case, which by itself was interesting, but then included were some of the attachments for the sports titles. So all of that is available if somebody is really looking for it. This is kind of a neat little carry bag. This is also available if anybody is interested. There's nothing else in the bag. I hadn't taken a chance to look. But there's nothing else besides what I just pulled out, I guess. This weird little USB fan. Apparently supposed to help cool everything down. I don't know. If anybody knows more about that, drop me a line in the comments. It is also available. I'm not quite sure how to value that. I don't know. Still have more to go yet. So I was still at Goodwill, and all of these are over multiple days. I've picked up a lot over the last couple of weeks at Goodwill. I would say, I think I have been there, I don't know, I think I made 14 trips to Goodwill in the last 2 weeks or so, 2.5 weeks. And I think I've found stuff like 10 or 11 of the 14 times I've been there. So it's been kind of a honey hole for me lately, and I know I'm probably shooting myself in the foot by saying so, because that just increases the competition. But I was about ready to leave the one day, and I looked in their front case, and I found these. Spider-Man Mysterio's Revenge and F-Zero Maximum Velocity, both Game Boy Advance games. Not a big handheld person. Those are going to be available if anybody is interested. But I couldn't pass them up for the price they were asking for them. And that's part of my problem with a lot of the stuff I do. I look at the price and I'm like, yeah, I can't pass that up. Well, I'm almost out of stuff from Goodwill. I got one more item. This is also available. And this one item is part of why I have been hunting Goodwill so hard lately. I found a night sight. It is the Tengen brand light for an original Game Boy. Before people started modding them and backlighting original Game Boys, obviously they weren't backlit. You had to have something like this to be able to play your Game Boy in the car at night. I happened to find this for an amazing price. Can't believe it still works. Of course, it did not come with batteries. I had to put those in there myself. But I have been back ever since I found that almost daily. Can't find a Game Boy. Haven't found an original Game Boy, not one original Game Boy game. Talked to a few other people that I know hunt down there, and nothing. So I keep going back, hoping I'm going to find a Game Boy. If I do, it'll probably be up for trade. But just keep telling me that when I find something like that, that there's probably more. Lastly, I picked up something amazing off of Facebook. And this is going to end up, I've already kind of got this traded. Don't know what I'm getting back yet in return. But like I said, I see it for an amazing price and I couldn't pass it up. I picked up a sealed. Yes. Sealed. I don't know if you guys can tell real well, but a sealed Super Mario 64 Player's Choice Million Seller. If things worked out a little better, that would probably stay in my collection. Alright, apparently I had ran out of space. So that's interesting. On the Super Mario 64, I'm going to go ahead. That is traded, potentially. Normally, I would like to keep that in my collection. Unfortunately, circumstances being what they are, not really an option this time. If I could, that would go sit on my shelf and not move. But things are what they are. It's getting traded. Just as a recap, finally hit 200 games. Can't believe I'm at 200. I know it seems like not that big of a milestone when you figure there's 700 left, but I started with like 15 games in April. Can't believe I made it to 200 already. Thank you to everybody that has helped me get there. So keep an eye out for my next video, which will be at some point here coming up, which will probably have the outcome of the Super Mario 64 trade and my trade with Musty Hobbit. I don't know about any other pickups there. Also, the Iowa Retro Gamer Nation is doing a Secret Santa. When I receive my share of that Secret Santa, I will probably do an unboxing video. I don't know if it's going to be a standalone unboxing, if I'm just going to include it in a pickup video, or what I'm going to do yet, but there will be an unboxing of some kind to go along with that. That's everything I've got. You know, if you saw something in there you're interested in trading for, let me know. As a recap, I do have the golf and manual and that broken Tetris and manual available for trade. So those are available along with some other stuff. So that's what I got. Until next time.